Today we're making shrimp scampi pasta, and let's start by chopping our garlic and onions.
Make sure to use lots of garlic.
So about this much. And always have a bowl handy where you can put your trash. Okay. It should be good. So what I like to do is I put the chopped ingredients on a plate. So you can just use one plate instead of using several smaller bowls. It's easier to clean after. Next step is we chop our cherry tomatoes. If they're riper, it's better, but if they're not yet as ripe as you would like, it's fine if they're a pale color like this. So you can sort through the different sizes. If it's small enough like this one, you don't need to slice it. But for the bigger ones, you can slice them in half. These should be good. Now it's time to cook. First, boil some water. And when you see it's boiling already, make sure to add salt to season your pasta. So for today, we'll be making 500 grams of spaghetti. That will cook in about 9 minutes. So for pasta, just make sure that you stir it in. No need to add oil. Make sure you stir it in while it cooks so it doesn't stick together. And while you're cooking the pasta, you can now make the sauce. Now let's make the sauce. First, add in some olive oil. Then, add in butter. So you add in the olive oil with the butter so to make sure that the butter doesn't burn. Then you can add in your onions. You can add in your garlic. As that cooks, you'll get to smell the onion and the garlic, and that's your cue to add in the tomatoes. And don't forget to move around your pasta. At this point, you can add in your white wine. So make sure that when you use cooking wine or any kind of wine for your dishes, it's the type of wine that you would drink. Okay? So don't use anything that you wouldn't drink. Add in about 1 glass. You can put it on high heat at this point to make sure that the alcohol evaporates. After about 2 minutes, the alcohol would have already evaporated. At this point, you can add in your cream. To stir it in. And now you can add in your shrimps as well. I didn't fry the shrimps at the beginning, so the whole idea is that it poaches in the liquid that you created, so it gets incorporated with the flavor from the liquid, and at the same time the liquid also gets some flavor from the shrimp. Okay, so just stir that around. Now what you can do is get some pasta water. It's already taken some starch from the pasta when you cooked it. So as you add it to the sauce, your sauce will become a bit thicker. So now you can see that the shrimps have already turned pink. At this point, you can turn off the heat. And this is where we season. So keep in mind that the water that you got from the pasta is already salted. So if you put a lot of salt in the beginning and then you add in the pasta water, it will become very salty. That's why you season at the end. So now we add in our pepper. And let's season with a bit of salt. Last step is I dumped in all of the cooked pasta over the sauce. And at this point, you can add in your Parmesan cheese. And you can mix in the sauce. So don't worry if there's a lot of liquid at the bottom. The pasta will continue to absorb the sauce. Just make sure when you stir, each strand of that spaghetti gets coated with the sauce. At this point, you can add in a handful of freshly chopped parsley. And mix it in. Now it's time to plate. So get a serving of that pasta. Add in some of the cherry tomatoes. And of course the shrimps. Now let's taste. So that shrimp is just cooked through, as you can see. It's already absorbed the flavor of the white wine and the cream. Let's have a taste of the pasta with the tomato. That's good. And we're done.